welcome back to Miss Henrich's video demo. Today I'm going to show you how to make devil's food cupcakes, and we will frost it with orange frosting and add some Halloween decoration. So let's look at our mise en place. Okay, you'll need butter for the cupcakes and for the frosting, some sour cream. We'll need some flour and sugar, which I have in these large containers here, flour and sugar. We'll need baking soda and salt. For flavor, vanilla. And some chocolate. Now we're going to use baker's chocolate or baking chocolate, which is always unsweetened. So it's 100% cacao. There is no sugar in this chocolate. And then for the frosting, again, we're going to need some confectioner's sugar, or another name is powdered sugar. Some food dye. So we have a bunch here, but we're going to use red and yellow to make orange. And then some Halloween candies to decorate the top. Don't forget to preheat your oven first thing to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you are going to line your cupcake pan with these cupcake liners, so that you don't have to grease the pan, and it will make for easy cleanup. Set your lined cupcake pan to the side, and in a large mixing bowl, you're going to add your butter, all cut into smaller pieces. All right, so 3 ounces of chocolate. If you don't know what 3 ounces looks like, the package says that this whole block is 4 ounces, so I would just cut off a quarter. Okay, and now this I need to break up into smaller pieces, so I could just chop it. And then this can go into this bowl with my butter. All right, and then you're going to add your boiling water, which is 3/4 of a cup. You can boil, I boiled my water in a teapot, but you can boil yours in a saucepan. So measure out 3/4 of a cup. And you're going to just pour that over your chocolate and butter. And it's supposed to melt the chocolate and the butter. So you just let it sit. Alright, so once the chocolate and the butter are mostly melted, you want to add your sugar. So 1.5 cups, and then mix this all really well. So I'm going to use this handheld blender, because my stand mixer is at home. And then you also want to add the 6 tablespoons of sour cream. 6 tablespoons is about 1/3 of a cup of sour cream, or buttermilk if that's what you're using. And you just scoop that in and mix that up. Okay, so then you're going to add the eggs next, one by one, checking them. For shells, like I just did there, and any blood spots. Okay, more. Mix that up and then add your dry ingredients. All right, and now last bit. So your dry ingredients, including your 1 1/3 cup of flour, and then your 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and your baking soda, which is 3/4 teaspoon. So you're going to need to use the 1/2 teaspoon and your 1/4 teaspoon. Now all you have to do is carefully get your batter into your prepared baking dish. If you want to use your portion scooper, the large one, that would be probably easiest. Or you could just very carefully pour in the batter and make sure that each cup is filled evenly so that it cooks evenly. And now you'll bake these for 18 to 22 minutes or until you put a toothpick in the middle and it comes out with just like a crumble, but it's not wet anymore. Now make sure that you fill these so that they are full but not overflowing because they will rise in the oven. Now for the frosting. This will likely be a 2-day lab because of the long bake time. And to frost the cupcakes, they really need to be completely cool. So if you want to like sample your cupcake the day that they bake, that's fine, but just save enough for the next day to frost. So let's talk about the frosting. Step is to cut up your butter, your soft butter, and you want to cream it before you add the sugar. So that just means you want to whip it up. And then you'll add your sugar. It's 2 cups, and I would add 1 cup at a time. And I might have forgot to mention that you need to add some milk, just 2 teaspoons or tablespoons, 2 tablespoons, and add these in slowly as well, just so that you get the right consistency. So I have 1 cup sugar, 1 tablespoon of milk, and I'll see what that looks like. All right, and then, so that's my 2 tablespoons of milk, and I'm gonna add my other cup and the vanilla. And if the frosting is too thick, just add a little bit more milk. Oh. Now the final touch, we're gonna do our food color. So I'm just gonna do 1 drop of red and 2 drops of yellow, and hopefully I get a nice beautiful orange. I think I'm gonna double it because I want it to be super bright. Here are my finished cupcakes. And what I mean by just a loose crumb, well, the toothpick is pretty much clean, or it just has like a couple crumbs stuck to it, but they're dry crumbs. So now I know that these are done. I'm gonna let these cool. And then last thing I need to do is frost them. You'll see the finished product in just a minute. And here is your final product. You can decorate it with maybe a couple candies, or just leave it with the orange frosting. Well, I hope you learned a lot from this video demo. Thanks for watching.